Bump up the audio just a hair there. Alright. So we want to do blue shift first, even though the calling is primary. It's just because the Admiral hit me up after I'd already accepted blue shift. And there was a map transfer issue that was keeping people from finishing the mission, but I hope they fixed it. They did post on their Twitter that said they fixed it, and chat was saying they fixed it, so ideally they have fixed it. But we're going back to Jupiter Schmoopiter and getting to work. Not sure what's up with this one antenna to Andorian, but he pops up in the TFO as an agent on your side, but perhaps the story missions will explain. I've been kind of stalled in my rewatch of Next Generation. I'm only still only a couple of episodes. I think I hadn't gotten to Next Generation last time we streamed this, but like I've seen seasons 1 and 2, I think, maybe all the way up through 3.
Good.
But I'm rewatching to have it all fresh in the mind. Alright. Ready to get started. Ready and able.
Like to hear. Once we've made the transition to the mirror universe, we'll use some misdirection tactics.
Okay.
Turnabout's fair play, so we'll be engaging the Terrans at their version of Jupiter Station. During the chaos, your strike team will disembark on a Terran runabout and head for their primary space dock.
Make that unlockable. There's a Terran skin runabout that was a it was a charity promo with groupies a ways back, and it was like the one I missed. But they made the ship from that bundle purchasable not too long ago. I think I got it with last year's event passes, so.
While you're extracting Ilea, I'll lead our starship force and keep the Terrans busy.
Yeah.
Once you've sent the signal, we'll warp
give me the
you with the extraction.
runabout,
From
please.
there, we'll make the transition back to this universe. That's assuming everything goes smoothly, of course. Be ready to improvise if the Terrans decide to complicate matters.
I get the feeling it's not going to go smoothly.
And speaking of Terrans, you'll need to beam our consultants from the Mirror universe to your ship before we cross over. They'll be joining your team on the operation. They're standing by for transport once you're in range.
Voyager beam assembly.
This is the Juno. We've completed major repairs and are moving into formation.
Alright, we're going to the Voyager, I'm sorry. Alright, we're still rubber banding a bit, but we'll get there. Hopefully that's more in space than on the ground.
Bridge. The Marshal and I are on board and ready to begin.
The Innsbruck reports the portal device is charged and ready.
This is the Innsbruck. I can't get a good angle on it. Is that one of the Intel ones? Yeah, it's the Intel science, or no, Intel cruiser. Okay. Well, we'll just hang out.
Turing to fleet. We are in position and ready to begin.
That's everyone. Once you're ready, the Innsbruck will open the portal and we'll travel to the Mirror universe.
Let's do it.
Innsbruck to fleet. The portal is open for business.
Guess I've got point. Hello?
All right, we've got their attention. Let's see about keeping it. All ships, this is Admiral Janeway. Engage the Terran vessels.
Fuck shit up.
Keep an eye on long-range sensors. Once reinforcements are en route, we'll begin phase 2 of the operation.
We need to hit them hard. Make them desperate enough to call for backup.
For a Terran, requesting aid. Failure. Here we go.
Yeah, tell that to the Badlands battleground where there's dudes popping out all the time.
Shields are maximum and weapons free.
Although I guess the conceit there is they are prepping for an invasion. Have a rift.
Did it. They're calling for reinforcements.
Okay.
The misdirection worked. We rattled the Terrans enough to call for backup. That gives us time to begin the next phase of the operation. You're up. Disembark on the Terran runabout and head to Terra.
Okay, I missed the part where we're scooting all the way back to Earth. Probably Earth Space Dock.
Hopefully we'll buy you enough time to complete your
Oh,
objective.
Terra Space Dock or whatever they call it.
Same to you. Ah, a word of advice. Keep an eye on your Terran teammates. Neither of them got to where they were in the Empire without the use of treachery.
Fair enough.
We'll be waiting for your signal. Once we have it, we'll come to pick you up. Be ready to make a hasty exit. I don't think any of us want to remain at the heart of the Terran Empire any longer than we have to.
Sounds reasonable. Spaceboat.
Next stop, TSD.
Terran Space Dock, okay. Yeah, I forget if they called it by its name in the sim where you're on there and you're doing the little hacking thing and you have to fight Admiral Quinn. Especially with the runabout bit at the end. We streamed that last time I streamed this. Right? Right. I mean, that was what, 2 or 3 months ago, so I can imagine memories may be faded. But yeah, I think the last Phoenix promotion I did manage, I somehow missed, or maybe it was a convention giveaway, but I'd never gotten the Geordie LaForge hologram bridge officer, so I grabbed him.
Here's where the fun begins.
That's one way to pop in.
This is the runabout Nile. Request permission to dock.
Runabout Nile, you are clear to land. Glory to the Empire.
All right, the easy part is over.
I didn't check to see if maybe I needed to dial the settings back a bit, because I know this tends to chug a little if I'm running it too high visually with the streaming going.
We need to keep them off balance.
If it gets bad, I can pop into settings real quick. It's no big deal.
We'll have a decent chance of pulling this off. If we give them time to think, to organize.
Alright, so then we're going to start blasting.
We need to take operations and find out where they're keeping your Delta.
The exocomps will make short work of the database security in ops.
Okay, more hacking exocomps. That's cute.
Where this operation will end in failure.
Hey, you guys!
Here?
Who were you expecting? The ghost of Emperor Stormfall?
Beep boop.
Look, the controls for the blast doors are
It's basically an inverse of that TFO. Come to think of it.
exocomps needs to hack this door control.
Okay. Okay, and they are the hackers named exocomps from that mission too. I love it. I forget who the third one they gave us was, because Exocomp, or it was Acid Burn Zero Q. It is Serial Killer. Alright. I appreciate a little Matthew Lillard representation. I need the goodies.
Blast doors to ops before more security arrives.
There's no actual timer that I can see, so...
They changed the codes. Exocomp, get to work.
I'll crack that code like an egg, Lord. Those components didn't stand a chance against me.
Alright, enemies left, enemies right. Enemies right there. N is for no reinforcements. Alright, we're gonna take a detour. We're not gonna take a detour. Beam down to the Terran Academy.
Clear the room. Let's get what we came for.
And here I was, hoping Quinn would be around so I could review another deal. Permanent.
Feel like maybe standing in the middle of everything was not the best idea. Oh wait, my res button's ready to rock. That's cool. Both my res buttons. Wait to fall over. Press button, receive wake up.
You know, I thought this would be a lot harder.
Sounds like a trap.
Exocomps, time to earn your pay. Crack their security and find out where they're keeping Starfleet's hairless wonder. It is up to us to keep the security teams off of them while they work.
Got it. So this basically is the TFO. Like the TFO is framed as us training to raid the station. They just didn't really have as clear a framing for it at the time.
Crawling with Terrans, real soon!
And I don't have to manually place them in this one, which is nice. I think we need some friends. Apparently I crammed a bunch of dudes in the shuttlecraft on the way here. We all took a hit, but we'll be alright. Need to roll it. There we go. Wanted to get a better angle on that door. We can, because that seems to be where the ones haranguing cereal are coming from. Who threw that nade? You? I'm liking the action-packed jams. Audio turned down a little bit lower than I really needed to be. Okay, bar is going up for hacking. I wasn't sure if it was going up or down. Didn't know which one I wanted, empty or full. That's cool. Oh, I see movement. Don't think you can fucking sneak by me. Oh. Oh, it's already fixed. Cool. That was quick. Oh, because the hack was basically finished. I hope there wasn't, like, an accolade for keeping them all intact. Be a bummer. Alright, let's have a chat.
Founder, Ilea is on deck 74 in a security station. Not good.
Meh.
We all know what happens in one of those.
I love that they still have the Terran ships flying by, too. Alright, let's go.
If they lock the station down before we get there, it's all over. For her and for us. We need to get out of here. There's a turbo lift in the main concourse we can take to reach deck 74 quickly.
Okay.
Exocomps, get back to the runabout and get her ready for a quick getaway.
We'll keep the engine running, Admiral. Did you hear that? She wants me to pilot the runabout. Over my dead chassis? You can barely fly yourself.
There she is.
Ah, yes. Voyager. Terror rebellion.
That's cute. I like the big cannon mounted on the back. Oh. Getting a little spicy. Still getting spicy. But I need the lockbox. Oh, so much of that. Oh. Well, I actually have to hit the respawn button here. We're taking as much as we can before I do. Kind of the point of this trait. Alright. So that's one proper respawn so far. Not bad, not bad. We're getting a little bit of hitch, but it's not super bad. The rubber banding's more of a server thing. Might dial it down just a hair here. Graphics. Yeah, let's bump that down to there. That helps a bit. Not really. Oh, drop render quality a bit there too. Okay. Yeah. Maybe it'll get better once. That seems to be flowing a little better. There's still a bit of lag, but alright. Again, sorry for my potato computer.
They'll be tracking us by now. Stay sharp.
Keep moving. We can't give them time to focus.
I will say, if you still need accolades for taking out Terrans on the ground, they do have you well supplied by now.
Heads up! Security's beaming in.
I don't like surprises. Oh, they dropped some behind too. There you be clever.
So much for being trapped.
Okay, now seriously.
I think I finally got all the tribbles too.
What were the standards for security while we were
There were a few paid ones I didn't get, and I had some space bucks sitting around from the subscription, so I got those. Now it's gonna be working on, like I said, weird bridge officers. I think I still need the Enar one, the Cation one. Then maybe I'll... Oh, and there was the Discovery Cyborg one.
Nobody gets through. Captain Tilly's orders.
Son?
That's neat.
Frank's Captain Tilly. And it says you're relieved.
That's cute. We're friends now. Alright. So much trash in my inventory after this.
Side of these doors.
Alright. Time to press buttons and receive cutscene. How'd I know? I need to retweak the visuals on that armor. It looks kind of terrible.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Sorry, Grandma. The Emperor's prize is staying right where she is.
Come on out. Let's settle this like Terran.
I hope you get aesthetic options with the ground set too, because I like
Take back my
Kumarke's gloves there.
Yeah, hard pass. I have better things to do than tussle with a pair of old has-beens. Still, if you really want to fight, the Inquisitor is here to give you one.
Alright, time to kick my own ass.
There's only room for one of us in the universe, and it isn't you.
I still like that they went with just have his voice box get shot out so we can give him a vocoder.
Being in a squad, I don't want to leave anything to chance.
Reinforcements incoming.
Oh, it is a little goofy that it
Not to worry, Inquisitor. My force would make you quite invulnerable. Kumarte is shielding the Inquisitor.
he's got the same icon as me.
Shut it down.
Oh wait, oh I see he's got something going on. It's like fighting what's her futs. It's like the old Assault on Terra Nor. Oh, the end of the new one. I forget what they renamed it. Plays kind of similarly.
Kumarte is shielding the Inquisitor. Get to that console to shut it down. disabled! Take out the Inquisitor!
Lightning bolt. I was like, I expected him to go immune. Oh, shoot. It was that console. Damn it. I thought they were going to throw a third one in there.
Tilly's machine is recharging.
It's just a little agony. Agony? Agony. It's still good.
Get to that console to shut it down.
Agony, a Final Fantasy spell?
Shield disabled! Take out the Inquisitor!
Have a problem. Several Federation vessels.
Took them long enough.
Hit.
I have what I need from the Delton. Inquisitor, we're leaving.
Oh?
This isn't over.
Well.
Sooner or later, I will end.
Perhaps you will, Marshal. But not today. Be seeing you.
N is for no survivors. Alright. Are we done? Probably an interact thing to get her out.
We need to get out of here. I can set up a site-to-site transport, but we'll need to deal with the transporter disruptors in the room first.
Okay.
Leda, get those transporter disruptors offline.
I'm on it.
Time to break shit.
The higher, the better.
While she's working, enable Ilea's pod for transport.
Oh. Just gonna slide a little sleeve over.
Disruptors are offline.
Nope.
We're all set.
Or is this gonna be like... Are we gonna have to escort a hovering pod or what?
Ready to beam out when you are, Marshal.
It's never that easy.
Good. Prepare for transport.
Oh, she wants to get Voyager back.
Personal business.
We made it. Wait, hold on. Where the hell is Marshal Janeway?
Alright, who we killing?
Looks like the Marshal went into business for herself. Huh, typical.
Do we have Ilea aboard?
Morgan stable, but we aren't going anywhere anytime soon with those hangar bay doors locked.
Of course not. Okay.
It won't take long before Terran security traces our transporter signal here, so we're gonna have to move quickly. The exocomps will need to hack the terminals on the far side of the bay. While they work, we'll provide covering fire.
I'd seem to be good at that.
Bay doors are open. We need to
I do like that they've added the repeats of the objectives, just so if you even if you skim through it by accident or on purpose, you can just be like, oh,
let us go without
got
a
it.
proper Terran goodbye. Here we go again.
Fuck shit up.
Then help me handle the security team.
I want some decent high ground so I can see what I'm shooting at. Or we just start running in a circle. That usually works for me too. Alright, so now I have to cover there. Call the security team. Well, they didn't lock out as an ability. Is this dingus up high? You gotta go. Alright, we almost have the mini runabout back. Alright, they're taken care of. That's defeated by barrels. I guess I could go up the stairs and get that item. Serial Killer's still not looking... Why does everybody beat up on Serial Killer? I don't know why I want this lockbox. I'm never going to open the damn thing, but... Although, if I stay up here, I can probably just shoot down from the top. Anything that wants to fuck with me. Serial, hold out! baby! Yeah, alright, perfect. Glad my range is incredibly stupid. Alright, send mini runny. So I should probably manually send my dudes down there.
Hangar doors are opening. Let's get back to the
Go.
runabout and escape.
Whee! Got any more events before we get out? Nope, gone. Doop 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 doop. Exocomp squad ready to rock. I don't know why I'm waiting for the. Wow. I'll wait for the red alert to clear just in case.
See? The Terran goodbye.
In case they want to pull a. Can't leave while combat's going on.
Aw, sweet. They really don't want us to leave. Well, we're leaving
Interesting
anyway.
visual effect there. Where's the last second shot? Okay. I thought they were gonna like clip a nacelle or something.
We came as soon as we could. Unfortunately, the Terrans we were fighting at Jupiter Station decided to follow us.
What a surprise.
They're out for blood. We're going to have to fight our way out of here.
That's all I do.
The Innsbruck needs time to charge the portal device.
Alright, so shoot stuff.
Time's a luxury we don't have. Every Terran in range is closing in on us.
Well, if you have a better idea on how to get out of here, by all means, start sharing.
We've got your six, Admiral. Shoot out the place. They'll get in.
And I'm guessing Mirror Voyager's gonna kick in.
Without her, we're not going anywhere.
At some point to help out. Hence why Marshall Janeway pieced out.
All ships, rendezvous with the Innsbruck. Time to go home.
Okay, that was easy enough. Oh, Innsbruck's gonna get blown up, isn't it? A really well orchestrated shot, though. I like that. There it is.
Innsbruck complete. That's it. Knock the portal device offline.
Oh, okay. Not exploded, but problems.
No running home for you. You're about to take a trip straight to hell.
That might blow it up, though. Unless we buy some time to fix the thingy.
I respect that.
Innsbruck, get that portal device.
There we go.
Face it, you're done. Take the smart move and give up. Not gonna happen. You're not done until I kick your corpse off of my ship.
She's not yours anymore, traitor. The Emperor gave exercise to a will.
Tyson, gauge closed. Get repaired.
Defiant is underfloat. Stay sharp.
That's fine. I have like 17 different ways to call reinforcement that I can stack. Oh, I think we'll be alright.
Tyson, fire at will.
Heads up. Defiant is locked on a cloak.
Fine by me.
Well, well, the game's afoot.
I told you.
Enemies and fire at will.
Game's afoot.
Double Voyagers?
Something I wasn't expecting.
Nice of you.
Double Voyagers.
Your opponent's only a pound of flesh, and I'm willing to let every ounce.
Helm, get us out of here now.
Nice lag burp there. Now you're just getting space racist, lady. Not cool.
Defiant is under cloak. Stay sharp.
Well fought. Perhaps my choice of allies was ill-informed.
Watch your back, Inquisitor. There's an unhealthy number of knives pointing at it, including mine.
Well, so I appreciate the Voyagers are like flying in unison. It's cute. That's probably just a side effect of the AI pathing, but I like how that worked out. All right. Oh,
Well,
hail.
this has been an interesting experience, but I think it's time we part.
She'll be back to help at some point.
You should return to your universe while you can.
What do you want to do?
Now, I plan on staying alive and making life as difficult as possible for Tilly and her lackeys. I'm not finished with them. Not by a long shot.
Okay, fuck shit up.
On that note, let's get the hell out of here. I've had my fill of the mirror universe.
Peace. That was easy enough. Felt kind of short, honestly. But we'll see how long the cutscene pile takes. I love how the unique deflector effect kind of ruined the whole portal shot.
We made it. And without any Terrans tagging along. Let's get Ilea back to Jupiter Station. She may require medical assistance.
Okay.
You are in transporter range now. Prepare Ilea for secure transport.
Boop. Didn't mean to like ram into the station at the time.
Nominal. We're ready to transmit the secure transport protocols.
Sounds good. Do a wiggler.
Protocols verified and confirmed. We're ready for transport.
Ilea is secure on Jupiter Station. Please come alongside Voyager.
Where did you park? Okay. Next to the big green go here icon. That's probably what I want to do.
Ilea's in good hands. The medical team on Jupiter Station will take good care of her. I'd like to go over things with you on Voyager. Let's see if we can make some sense out of all this.
Time for exposition.
I don't like leaving unfinished business behind. Tilly still has my ship. And Kubarke's still breathing. That needs to change soon.
Okay.
Still, if Marshal Janeway can get her ship back, so can I. Who knows? Maybe we'll team up. The Outlaws together. Stranger things have happened.
Fair enough.
It won't be easy for my mirror counterpart. She's practically a pirate now. And I
Yar.
Terrans will do all they can to make an example of her. Based on what I've seen, they've got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, she did some stuff. Cutscene?
The good news? We pulled it off. Bad news? Terrans don't like to lose. They'll be back. Trust me.
Let
I know.
them come. Jupiter Station was a wake-up call. Next time, we'll be ready. They needed Ilea for something. But for what? We still have a
Okay, so it
lot
wasn't
of
just that
unanswered
departure that was a
questions.
weird flicker. Okay.
And I don't think we're going to like the answers.
Dramatic eye-opening? Got it.
The other is coming. The other is coming!
Alright, so I'm guessing the second mission is going to teach us what the other is. If it's something as basic as another V'ger. I'll be a little disappointed, but okay.
Is safe once more. We need to learn more about the Emperor's objectives. To that end, agents of Starfleet Intelligence are joining forces with covert operatives from our partners in the Alliance. They'll be conducting operations in the Mirror Universe, and, with luck, we'll have intel on the Emperor's plans soon. I'll contact you when we have more information. Until then, stay safe out there.
Alright, free knife. Let's do a little housekeeping before we do part the second.